Well, hi, everyone, and welcome to the Pennsylvania Association for College Admissions Counseling College Fair. We are so excited to have you participating in this event. My name is Karis Hill, and I will be your facilitator here today. We've got some really fantastic schools with us, and so before we begin, I have just a couple housekeeping items. The first is that you will notice that your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can, however, use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is just one of the many sessions happening, so be sure that you check out the schedule on the website. And then my final thing is that this presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. So I would now like to turn it over to our first presenter, which will be East Carolina University.
Awesome, great. Thank you so much. We will go ahead and get started. Let me get this all squared away. Okay, so welcome, good evening. My name is Megan Lower, and I am one of our admissions counselors here at ECU. So on behalf of me and my colleagues, welcome to East Carolina University and Pirate Nation. A little bit about ECU. We are a larger university with about 23,000 undergraduate students, 28,000 students total when you factor in graduate and professional students. But what I loved about ECU when I was a student there is while you still receive all those opportunities and experiences that come with a large university, ECU has a really great small school community feel with a lot of support in place to help you succeed while you're there. 32% of our student body are diverse. And of the 13% of students that come from out of state, Pennsylvania is one of our top 5 states in which we see students matriculate down to ECU. Along the bottom of the screen are some of our accreditations and recognitions that we've received. A few to note are we were given the title of one of the best bang for your buck schools. We were also on Princeton Review's top colleges, as well as one of Forbes' top 2021 America's colleges as well. Where we are located, so we are right in the heart of Eastern North Carolina in Greenville. Greenville was named one of the top 10 college towns in the nation in the year 2020. So ECU and Greenville go hand in hand. We're also in a really great location if you want to go to the beach. The beach is only an hour and a half away from Greenville, as is Raleigh, the capital of our state. Additionally, the mountains of North Carolina are just a few additional hours away. So essentially, if you travel down the coast and inland, you'll be able to visit us anytime. About our academics, we have 87 different bachelor's degrees for you here at ECU, and that's just a small number in comparison to the over 400 minors and concentrations and certificates that you can add to supplement your education. We offer one of the widest ranges of degree programs here in North Carolina. And here on the screen are some of our top majors at ECU. We produce the most nurses and education professionals in the state of North Carolina every year. Our colleges of business and allied health sciences are the largest in the state. Our fine and performing arts are among the best in the Southeast. And another fact about ECU that we are very proud of is that we are the only university in North Carolina with a dental school, medical school, and College of Engineering at one university. Additionally, we are the healthcare university for the state, producing the most healthcare professionals of any other university in North Carolina. A little bit about our student life, because college is definitely more than just the classes you'll be going to every day. So with our campus living, we have 16 different residence halls that are located in 3 different neighborhoods on campus. You also have the opportunity to sign up and apply for 18 different living learning communities, which is where you'll live with a cohort of students who share the same major as you or a common interest, and you'll go through programming and specialized classes throughout your first year together. In terms of dining, we have over 25 different options for you. The first includes 2 full-service, all-you-care-to-eat dining halls that come with unlimited access with your on-campus meal plan. We have multiple retail locations on campus that you can use your meal plan at, including a Chick-fil-A, a Subway, a Panda Express, and we have the only Raising Cane's in North Carolina as well. And don't worry, we have multiple Starbucks locations for you to get your coffee fill on campus as well. There's also a lot of great ways that you can get involved on campus, and we always encourage students to do so. So that comes with our 500 plus student organizations, And these range anywhere from an organization based off of a hobby to professional career societies to service organizations. We have a very active Greek life population, as well as 15 different campus ministries. Additionally, we have 30 different intramural sports that you can play against other ECU students, and those range from anywhere from flag football and soccer to kickball and dodgeball. Additionally, we have 31 club sports that you can try out on audition for, which is where you will travel and compete against other universities' club sports teams. And then, of course, we have our Division I athletic program, which is a great source of Pirate Nation pride. We are Division I, and we compete in the American Athletic Conference with 18 different sports teams. A great thing about being a student here at ECU is that you receive a free ticket to every home athletic event. And for football, you will be able to sit in our student section, which is called the Boneyard, because we are the Pirates, and you'll sit with our marching band and our dance team and cheer on the Pirates with all of your fellow students. Another great opportunity is our Honors College. They accept 200 students every year to join their community of highly impacted, highly motivated students. Each of the 200 students every year receives one of 3 levels of scholarship support for 4 years here at ECU. They receive additional honors advising, priority registration, the ability to live in the Honors College Living Learning community. And then you also have the opportunity to apply for EC Scholars, which is our top premier scholarship program, as well as early assurance programs to some of our pre-healthcare professional programs here at ECU. So a little bit about how to apply. You can apply either through a Common App or directly through our website. This year for my seniors, we are not requiring test scores. So we are only requiring the online application, which does require an essay, that application fee, and your official high school transcript. We are rolling admissions, which means the sooner you get your application into us, you can get your decision back in about 4 weeks. Please take note of these application deadlines on your screen. And then lastly, here are all the different ways that you can learn more about campus, whether it's an on-campus campus guide-led tour. You can do a self-guided tour. We have a virtual tour on our website, and you can also sign up for academic days for programs on our website for specific majors or departments. And lastly, here's all of our contact information. If you scan that QR code, it will take you to a link to learn more about ECU. And then with that, I will end my presentation and put my contact information in the chat. Thank you guys so much.
Perfect, thank you. I will go ahead and turn it over to our next institution, which is SUNY Oswego.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna share my screen. Does that look good to you guys? Any issues? I'm gonna power forward. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Miranda. I'm an admissions counselor from SUNY Oswego. I'm also a former student of SUNY Oswego. I graduated in 2017. I was an out-of-state student. I'm originally from New Jersey, and I absolutely loved Oswego. That's why I'm back as an admissions counselor. I'm also joined by Leith, a current student at SUNY Oswego. There she is. Hi, Leith. She is also an out-of-state student, so I'm going to speak for about 5 minutes, and then I'll pass it over to Leith to talk about her experience as an out-of-state student. So Oswego is located in the heart of New York State in upstate New York. It's right on the shorelines of Lake Ontario. We're only 45 minutes away from Syracuse and 5 hours away from New York City and Philadelphia. As you can see from our campus map down here, we really are right on the shorelines of Lake Ontario. Many of our academic buildings and residential buildings overlook the lake. It's very beautiful. We also have 2 off-campus facilities. We have the Laker Athletic Hall, which holds our 24 Division III sports. And then we also have Rice Creek Field Station, which has 200 acres of wetlands, 4 hiking trails. It is a great spot for our biology and zoology students to do some hands-on research. So we were founded in 1861 as a teacher's training school. So we like to say we've been teaching teachers since 1861. And then in 1948, we branched out to do more than just education, and we joined the SUNY system. For those that don't know, SUNY stands for the State University of New York. There are 64 campuses throughout the state. They are all distinct institutions. There's a lot of perks to being a part of the SUNY system. You get lower tuition, access to study abroad programs that all SUNY schools have. So there's a lot at your fingertips there. We have 700 acres or 1 mile of Lake Ontario shoreline. We are a medium-sized institution with 6,700 undergrads, but we still focus on small class sizes. Our average class size is 24 and our student faculty ratio is 17:1. But the SUNY Oswego degree does matter. 95% of our students are employed or in graduate school 1 year after graduating from SUNY Oswego, with 90% of those students working in the field of their choice, which we're really proud of. So this has our 70 majors that you can do. Some of the most popular ones for out-of-state students is zoology. We're the only SUNY school with zoology. Meteorology is also very popular. So is broadcasting and mass communications, which consistently ranks among the top 10 broadcasting programs in the US. And our School of Business is highly accredited as well. And then we also have 70 minors you can choose from. We offer many services free to our students, starting with career services. So that's free not only for students, but as an alumni for life. You get access to LinkedIn photo shoots, mock interviews, career fairs. We also have great advisement for our students, especially for undeclared students. So 15% of our students are undeclared, totally normal. You get an undeclared advisor. You take a course all on being undeclared. We want to help you find what your career interests might be. We also offer lots of internships and co-ops. We have such a long list of ones we've done in the past. We have Fortune 500 companies, IBM, NASA, Dell. Zoos is really popular, so is Disney. And then study abroad. We at SUNY Oswego have 80 programs in 24 countries. But again, one of the perks of being a part of the SUNY system, if we don't have what you're looking for, you can use any SUNY school study abroad program. We're big on campus involvement. So we're a medium-sized institution with 200 clubs and organizations that stayed pretty active throughout COVID. So we're proud of that. We have everything from badminton club to Harry Potter club to chess club. We have 24 Division III sports, all the sports you can imagine except men's volleyball and American football. The biggest sport event on campus is definitely the hockey games, though, as you can see in that picture. We're also big on on-campus jobs. So 2,000 of our students work on campus. No experience is necessary for that. Living on campus is a unique experience, being right on the lake. We have 13 residence halls plus the village townhomes, which are in this upper left picture right here. But as a first-year student, you get to choose between 9 residence halls. So, sorry, my dog is on my lap. Let me move him. He's about to shake. So there's a variety of different living experiences you can choose from. You can live in a busy, exciting high-rise. You can live on a quiet study floor. You can live in a first-year only hall. You can live in a gender-inclusive hall. So there's a lot of different options for you. We also have 5 dining halls. We were #1 in Central New York for dining experience. So we're really proud of that and the food that we provide our students. So the cost of attendance, in-state tuition is different than out-of-state tuition. So in-state tuition is around $7,000, out-of-state's around $17,000. But I like to mention we offer an out-of-state student scholarship. So no matter what your GPA, ACT, SAT is, doesn't matter. As long as you're admissible, you will automatically get $9,000, bringing the out-of-state tuition to in-state tuition, which is really nice. And then application. So you can apply via the SUNY app or the Common app. We require all the basic materials, so high school transcript, SAT, ACT optional for fall of 2022 and spring of 2023 enrollment. So it's up to you if you want to submit them. It can impact scholarship decisions though. We do offer merit scholarships up to $5,000 a year based on your GPA or your SAT and ACT if you submit those. Of course, we need the college essay and only 1 letter of recommendation. Our average GPA is 90, but we have a lot lower and a lot higher than that as well. Our average SAT is 1190 and ACT is 26. Some important dates to keep in mind. If you want to know if you got into Oswego early, you want to apply by November 15th. That is early action. You'll get your decision by December 15th. And it's non-binding, so it's not early decision. And then anything after that, you want to apply by January 15th for priority scholarship consideration. If you apply after that, you'll just get scholarships based on space and availability. So please stay in touch. I hope you guys can visit us in person or virtually. Feel free to reach out if you ever have any questions at all. I'm here to help you. And I'm going to pass it over to Leith, our out-of-state student, so she can talk about her experience.
Hi, so I'm a sophomore at SUNY Oswego. I'm actually from Missouri, which is not as close as Pennsylvania, but you get the idea. So every time I give tours, every time I tell people, hey, I'm in New York all the way from Missouri, they're always like, well, what made you choose Oswego? So I chose Oswego because one, financial aid. I'm a first generation student, and if I hadn't gotten the financial aid I did, I probably wouldn't have been able to go to a first 4-year college right off the bat. Two, location. Oswego's beautiful behind me. You could see the lake, and the sunsets really are this gorgeous in real life. And three, the community. So again, when people found out I was going to New York all the way from Missouri, they were concerned about my safety and everything. But as soon as I got to campus, I learned it's nicer than the Midwest. It's nicer than anywhere you could be from. Everyone is so wanting to help you so much. They are so concerned about your safety, and they just want to see you succeed. So definitely consider SUNY Oswego.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
All right, I will keep things going with St. Mary's University, London.
Well, good morning or good afternoon, everybody. Well, it's good evening for me, but yes, hopefully you can see my screen. If you can't, let me know, shout or something. Yes, I'm going to talk to you about St. Mary's University, London. Just going to pop on my timer there as well. So thank you so much for joining me. This is a overhead shot of the university. We're based in southwest London in England, so we are a few thousand miles away from where you're sitting right now. Well, maybe you are somewhere else, I don't know. So this is what our university looks like from above. You won't see it from that angle, but you know, if you do, well done. You can see our big running track. We're quite big on sports at the university, and we've got unrivaled sports facilities in London. But we are on the south bank of the River Thames as well, which is a lovely green suburban part of London. So this here is a sort of a map of where we are in sort of London. So if you've been to London before, we're in southwest London, which is a beautiful, beautiful part of the world. I love it, but I am paid to say that. So this is some pictures of the university here as well. On the top left there, you've got the sports faculty area, and then you've got some other sort of spaces that we've got. You can see we're quite an old sort of campus. We've been around since around 1850, and that doesn't mean 10 to 7 p.m., but we've been around for over 150 or so years, coming up to our 175th anniversary in a few years' time. So some of the things, my computer's crashed. Come on, computer, do your thing. So we are top 5 for student experience in London, and we're also top in London for sport at the last survey. As I say, we are very big on sports at the university. If you've got any interest in sports, do give us a look. We do quite a few different placements as well. If you are interested in placements alongside your degrees, take a look at these ones. We work with some Premiership football teams as well. And when I say football teams, I do mean soccer teams, the original football. So yes, we've got lots of different places you can do sort of placements with if you do choose to come and study at the university as well. So it's quite a good little things there. And there are also, you might notice at the bottom, we do have some placements and partnerships with the Royal Ballet Company. So we've got over 50 student clubs and societies at the university as well, which is great. So if you've got any interest in pretty much anything, you can get involved at the university within your time here. So we're going to start talking about the programs. This is some of the accreditations that the business school carries. And so obviously the programs are different for some of the programs, but if you take a look at them on the website, you can see what accreditation fits with what. But talking about business, these are some of the undergraduate programs that we've got at the university. A key thing to remember at an English university, your degree is going to be 3 years long and you're out. You're going to start and you're going to do year 1, year 2, year 3. You have to basically declare what you want to study on application, basically. So you're going to study that from day 1. There's no kind of flip-flopping around. You're in day 1. So some of the other things, we've got media and the creative arts, which is one of my favorite things to talk about. You've got the acting program, which is very popular for North American applicants, and there is an audition for that, obviously. And there's a few other things. London being a creative hub in Europe and indeed the world, we have a lot of output. You can sort of see we've got lots of things going on in the university sort of going along with that as well. And we've got humanities, law and social sciences, which are great programs. We've got some sort of very popular ones like English literature, history and law. I always joke with my North American students about history because it does go back a lot further, but it is quite a checkered history, the British history. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, do take a look. So Some more programs. We've obviously got the sports and health programs that I've been banging on about. We've got a sort of a degree that we run on behalf of the Chelsea Football Club Foundation as well. And that is a 3-year bachelor's degree as well, and great links with industry as well. So if anybody's got an interest in soccer, also we do have a physiotherapy program as well. It might be different in the US to coming straight into kind of sort of those professional courses. In the UK, you go straight into law, you go straight into medicine, you can go straight into things like physiotherapy. There's no kind of sort of pre-med, that kind of thing. You just go straight into it. And this is some of our other social sort of sports science programs there as well. And we've got some great strength and conditioning suites at the campus. I don't know why that person's holding a colander like that, but they are. So these are some of the education programs we've got as well. Drama Education BA has been very popular for North American applicants. So the tuition is around £13,000 a year, which is, quite affordable as well. Obviously, it's only for 3 years as well. So that's an option, which is great for you as well. So it can be cheaper than studying in the US, but do your research. So you can apply directly via the St. Mary's website. That would be free. You can apply via the UCAS website, and that's $35 to apply to up to 5 universities at the click of a button, or you can apply via the Common App, which is free for us as well. There is university accommodation that is guaranteed for new undergraduates. You apply before June, and we do have meal plans, so breakfast and dinner is included. These are the costs of the university accommodation. Generally in the UK, you wouldn't share a room, so we've only got a few twin rooms, but generally you get your own room, and if you want, you can get your own bedroom and own bathroom as well, which is great. These are some pictures of the local area. That is Hampton Court Palace, where King Henry VIII did some very bad things, but this is what we have in the local area. It's very rich history that we have. These are some great pictures of sort of London in general. I love London. I was born in London, I work in London, I live London. You know, when someone is tired of London, they are tired of life. These are some stats of why I think you should choose St. Mary's. Sorry for speaking so quickly, but I don't have a lot of time. But here you go. So we've got some great things that are going. If anybody's got any questions, you can always get in touch with me at bill.richards@stmarys.ac.uk. But it's been lovely chatting to you. Do ask any questions you want in the Q&A, and I will pass over to my colleagues. Bye-bye.
Perfect. Well, we will keep things going. And as a reminder, if you do have any questions, be sure to drop those in the Q&A, and we will get to them kind of as we can. But up next, we have Cabrini University.
Hello all, I'm going to share my screen as well. My name is Bryn Campbell, and I serve as if this would actually start for me, there you go, the Director of Undergraduate Admissions at Cabrini University. Very excited to be part of this community. The thing that we really truly believe in is the personal experience. And so just briefly, our history and our mission. We were founded by the Missionary Sisters of the Sacred Heart of Jesus, and that was founded by St. Francis Xavier Cabrini. I get all my words correct tonight, I think, who is the patron saint of immigrants and hospital administration. And so in her founding, she believed in the principles of inclusion and social justice. And so that is our foundation. She talks about the education of the heart, so that everything that we do is not just learning a fact or a theory, but the real world application to hopefully go out and make the world a better place. Some fast facts about us. You can see our location right here. We are just outside the city of Philadelphia in a town called Radnor, Pennsylvania. It takes about 20-25 minutes to get into Center City, Philadelphia, and it's very easy access to New York City, Atlantic City, Baltimore, DC, and so on, up and down that East Coast corridor. We do have 40 plus majors, 10 minors, 19 concentrations, and you can mix and match as you go along. And so we really encourage our students to find what they want to do and make all the pieces come together. Your advisor's there to help you with that, to make sure that you're getting the exact education that you're looking for. Some of our top majors is our nursing program. We are a test optional nursing program. Also our business and business administration. We were best known for our education program until some of these other ones have taken over. We have a phenomenal education program with reciprocity with many states. We also have some very unique educational programs for learning differences as well. So depending on the population you may want to teach. Our communications program includes sports marketing, social media, TV and radio, and pretty much anything you can think of in the communications genre. Last but not least, 14% of our students coming in each year are undecided. We work really hard to help you find exactly what's right for you. We are a university. We have 3 schools: School of Arts and Science, School of Education, and Business and Professional Studies. Okay, let's talk about honors. So for our students who are looking for that additional piece to their education, we do offer an honors program. This is the same application, but it gets an additional review by an honors committee. And so you do not need to apply anywhere else. There's nothing additional to do, but you do get a secondary review. This offers the benefits of early registration, its own learning community, all of its own, merit scholarship opportunities, as well as co-curricular excursions, museums, theaters, shows, and that does not just limit you to the city of Philadelphia. We go up and down the East Coast to really take advantage of everything that's there. Life on campus, there's some great pictures up there, but they're coming out a little fuzzy today. I apologize. We do offer a award-winning first-year experience for students because we want students to really find their place on our campus. 86% of our students live on campus in that first year. You are welcome to move off after your first year, but many of our students do not. We have several different kinds of residence halls. So your traditional residence hall, 2 to a room. We have suite style, apartment style, and we also have homes on our campus that you can live in. And so these are original homes that we have purchased, and they become their own living learning communities. We highly encourage you to take a look at them as well. And you can see all of them on our website and take tours on all of them if you're curious. And we also have an award-winning learning community, a living learning community that works. Let me try that again. That happens on our campus. We have about 10 of those different communities, so you can really find the one that fits you best. And there we go. Okay. All right. Sports. Let's talk sports for a moment and things you can do on campus. Clubs, activities. We've got 50 plus clubs and organizations on campus. It is very easy to start one if you're curious to start your own. Maybe we don't have exactly what you're looking for. 19 NCAA Division III sports. You can see our winning tradition right there. Our men's lacrosse team is a national champion right now, so we're hoping they'll get to defend that this spring. And we also offer club and intramural sports for our students who may not want to be a full-blown Division III athlete. Also, great fact about this is that if you want to be involved in our athletics teams, but you are not an athlete at all, you could be a team manager, you can be an announcer, you can do the video. And so there's a lot of different opportunities to get involved. And if you're curious about other ways to do that, we have an amazing outdoor recreation program. There's always something going on every week. So you can take that annual ski trip, you can go kayaking, you can go to the local farm. There's a lot of things going on campus and off. We do offer study abroad. You can see the list of places where we have offered, but we are a part of a network called SEPSHE, Southeastern Pennsylvania Consortium of Higher Ed. There we go. And so if you cannot find a class, you cannot find a study abroad program, you want to pick up a minor, one of our SEPSHE schools around us likely has that, and we work with them on that. The application process itself, we are rolling admissions. You can apply now. I did put our fee waiver code in here for you because we do count this as a visit. We have been test optional since 2008 for all of our majors, including our nursing program. We are looking for your personal statement or essay, official transcripts, a letter of recommendation, and test scores only if you choose to send them. If you are a nursing interested student, you do have an additional 250-word supplement to submit on why you're interested in the profession of nursing. And let's talk financial aid briefly. We are, as a private institution, where our costs are lower than the national average. They're also lower than any of the other schools in the Philadelphia area in that private category. It's something we're very proud of. In fact, most of our costs become competitive to our in-state Pennsylvania institutions. And so we see that we come up as being about the same, if not sometimes cheaper than those schools as well. We also recommend that all families file the FAFSA so that we can award you all state, federal, and institutional aid that is humanly possible. And last but not least, we hope that you'll stay in touch. I'll throw my information into the chat for you, but you can find us here. Please seek us out on Instagram or Snapchat, whatever works best for you, because we would love to tell you more about Cabrini University. Thank you.
All right, and next up we have Duquesne University.
Good evening. My name is Joe Campion with Duquesne. I'm going to share my screen. And away we go. My name again is Joe Campion. This is my contact information. Again, I thank you for joining us tonight to learn something more about Duquesne. Please feel free to contact myself or my colleagues. Duquesne was founded in 1878, and we were founded by a congregation called the Spiritans, and they're an international missionary order. We have a unique name, and we're very proud of it. The Marquis Duquesne brought Catholicism when this was a French territory to this part of now the United States and Pennsylvania, Western Pennsylvania, particularly here in Pittsburgh. So that founding has been and always will be very special to us. We have students of all different religions, but as a Catholic institution, what resonates here is service to others. So a lot of students that gravitate toward National Honor Society, Key Club, those students are very easy to acclimate here at Duquesne and really thrive. But as you see 3 students here, they're on what we call academic walk. We have a unique campus that was 53 acres in the heart of the city of Pittsburgh. So literally you're in walking distance in a world-class city I'll get into, but you have the safety and security of a self-defined and identifiable campus. And this, as you can see that here. We do believe that it's a responsibility, our responsibility, to assist you in, as we say here, digging into what you have an interest in and to explore those possibilities too. You're not a number. And while we're a mid to larger size institution, you are never going to be feeling alone or isolated. I guess if you resonate from our today's presentation, engaged and involved would certainly be something that I would want to have you be mindful of. This is where I'd kind of envision you to be here. And these students are right now. We have 9,500 students total, 6,000 undergraduates, and the numbers 14 to 1 and 28. I think those resonate with the opportunity to know your faculty members. There's tremendous opportunities to be involved and engaged in undergraduate research, and that is very important here too. We're a teaching institution. Research, both on an undergraduate and graduate level, is very, very important. Most all of the academic programs, which I'll get into a little bit later, have a graduate component. So there's a lot of depth to the opportunity to really dive into and explore possibilities while at Duquesne, to think about going on to graduate school, professional schools, and I think that's very, very important. Also, access to faculty members. If you're having any difficulty, troubles, understanding something, tutoring, that support system here again is so very, very important and quite frankly critical. There is the opportunity here in Pittsburgh to be in a world-class city. And I say that because that certainly resonates with all the internship opportunities, clinicals, student teaching that students can be involved in. But again, we have a park-like campus. I'm often asked that. Being in the heart of the city of Pittsburgh, topography has really worked in our favor. Pittsburgh is a city defined by hills and rivers. This point, and that's exactly what it's called, is Point State Park. We're about 3 to 4 blocks from that beautiful, beautiful location. So being on the rivers this year, interestingly enough, kayaking with student social distancing was quite popular. But world-class opportunities to be involved in an area that is just exploding with medical hospitals, research, and the clinical opportunities in all different aspects is so critically important. Our next door neighbor is the Pittsburgh Penguins in what we call PPG Paints Arena on one side of our campus. And again, we're so excited. Tonight's the first night of the Penguins. A lot of our students have been wearing their Penguin gear, but we have students from all 50 states and over 90 plus countries. So what we are not is a commuting institution. This is a place where you would call home, and not only home here on our beautiful campus, but home in the city of Pittsburgh. With blue collar traditions and our very rich work ethic, that certainly resonates very much a part of our tradition and history here at Duquesne. But dining opportunities, and as we get past this pandemic, I think both on our institution and within this region, our folks have just handled this pandemic admirably. And again, more and more things are opening up. Pirate games at PNC Park, of course, the world-class Steelers organization, not that far, but we have students that have great teams throughout other parts of the country. And we encourage them when they visit to wear the t-shirts of their high school or certainly their favorite sports teams. And this is certainly a sports city, but also with the Pittsburgh Symphony and cultural opportunities and walking distance, tremendous opportunities at student pricing. We're not an island unto ourselves. So between Duquesne, the University of Pittsburgh, and Carnegie Mellon, there is an opportunity to take courses amongst other institutions to enrich your experience and be involved in social organizations too. As far as our undergraduate institutions, we have 9 undergraduate schools of study, over 80, actually 85 plus majors. If there's one big takeaway from this particular screen, it would be that all of our programs are what we would call direct entry, which means, yes, at the time of application, if you want a particular area, you'd want to know exactly what that is. These 9 schools of study are going to be our School of Business, which you can totally be undecided in, mind you. But for accounting, finance, marketing, management, supply chain management, just to name a few, very, very great opportunities within walking distance to, again, go to top accounting houses to be engaged. We have a School of Education for elementary, secondary, and special education, where students are very involved in an organization called Best Buddies. Those students come on campus here, and it's really an enriching program. We have a liberal arts college, which is more or less our flagship, if you will. And we think liberal arts education here, along with all of the professional programs, is so critically important. We have a wonderful core curriculum here called the Bridges. And again, Pittsburgh is a city of bridges and rivers. And that's where we got the name, to really enrich your experience here. So areas of communication, political science, international relations, international security studies, computer science, are so very, very popular here, just to name a few, along with applied mathematics and cybersecurity, which are relatively newer majors. We have a School of Health Sciences for biomedical engineering, physician's assistant, speech language pathology, occupational therapy, physical therapy, athletic training, and health sciences, which is a major that, again, realizing that all of these particular programs you are admitted directly into. If you're a little bit unsure, again, we can prepare you via the within the School of Health Sciences for other programs possibly in the future. But the sciences here are also very, very important. So natural and environmental sciences with biology, chemistry, biochemistry, physics, forensic science, which is a 5-year program that also integrates our law school, are critical opportunities here, with these programs doing extraordinarily great work. All of our labs this past pandemic year were in session. So students had the opportunity to attend lectures or not, but they did have the opportunity to physically go to all of their labs. We have a School of Music, and that is, again, great opportunities in areas of performance, music education, music therapy, and music technology. We are very fortunate that the students that gravitate, again, or have an interest in our school might have great passions for playing the cello, instrumentalists, violinists, trumpet players, etc. Yet they're in the School of Education, business, and they're always welcome to be in part of our ensembles, choir, etc. And that it really, again, enriches the experience, not only of our individual students, but the institution as a community. Everything is hands-on here at Duquesne. So again, you're going to get experiential learning, practicing, and a support system that will also assist in that endeavor. We have a 4-year direct entry program in nursing, and the hospitals here in Pittsburgh are just nothing less than tremendous. Pediatric, where our next door neighbor actually is a trauma center, a level 1 trauma center, Mercy Hospital. So students that, again, in nursing, as well as pre-med program opportunities, have opportunities for involvement and engagement with that institution. We have a School of Pharmacy, which is a 6-year program. Again, direct entry. Well, in the sense that there's an early assurance program, as long as you're doing well in your studies, you would go right on through to the professional phase. New academic programs, cybersecurity, again, applied mathematics, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention opportunities for enrichment with modern languages to explore as well. We have a School of Law, which again would integrate with not only our forensics program, but students that know, in fact, they want to be a lawyer, want to go undergrad here to Duquesne. There is what we call a 3-3 agreement opportunity that they can actually start their education, what would have been their senior year with the assistance of our law school. And then what we're extraordinarily excited about is that we will be having a medical school in 2024. Great opportunities here of distinction. I'd certainly be remiss if I didn't mention opportunities for study abroad, living opportunities. Again, right here on the campus, we require a 2-year living opportunity for students that are not commuting. Over 250 organizations to be involved in, very engaged. Opportunities for application process. These are non-binding, early action 1, early action 2. They give you a benchmark as to when you'd hear from the school. The most important thing we could suggest, again, we're test optional, and please have your high school transcript sent as soon as you can when you submit your application. Automatically be considered for all financial aid, assistance, and merit-based scholarship. Again, have a great senior year. Thank you for joining us.
All right, and I will pass things over to our last institution for the night, which is Full Sail University.
Hey everyone, I just put in the chat my contact information in case we run out of time for questions, but my name's Emily Miller and I'm excited to speak with you tonight. So for anyone who has not heard of Full Sail University before, we are an entertainment, art, media, and entertainment school. And technology school down in Orlando, Florida. A little about me, I am a Pennsylvanian, grew up the first 18 years of my life in a little town called Williamsburg, just outside of Pittsburgh. So very familiar with Duquesne in that area. But I moved down to Florida about 10 years ago, have been in this Orlando and general Central Florida area ever since. So excited to tell you about our school. I want to start off with a quick video. You can see a little bit about our campus and programs, and then I'll go into giving you some more information. So you can see at the end of that video, it said, if you're serious about your dream, we'll take your dream seriously. Everything we do at Full Sail is creative, whether it is a music and recording program or something in our technology halo, as we call them. It's all creative. And if you have a dream that you would like to accomplish, a career, we're going to do everything we can to get you there. So right now we have over 50 degree programs between on campus and online in these areas that you see. If you see one of these and you're interested, if you're like, oh, I'm interested in gaming, or I'd love to be a journalist, media, send me an email. I put it in the chat. I'd be very happy to provide you with some more information. But all of our degree programs are a little different than you may expect. We are not a traditional university in the way that we structure our education programs, or our education model, rather. So the first and most important difference is that all of our programs are accelerated. So instead of taking 4 years to complete a bachelor's degree, at Full Sail, it takes roughly 2 years. So this is the same amount of credits that you would find at a 4-year school. It's the same amount of courses, but it's rolled into a much quicker program. If you were an on-campus student, it would take you about 20 months from start to finish to get your bachelor's degree. For online students, it takes closer to 29 months, but either way, right around 2 years. We also have a rolling admissions. So that's a pretty familiar term. A lot of universities do this where you can apply throughout the year, but at Full Sail, we do something different, and we actually have a new start date for students every single month throughout the year. So you don't have to wait until that traditional August start date. You can start whenever you're ready. We also have an initiative where we invite our graduates to come back and retake courses in their field for free for the rest of their lives. If you know anything about technology, you know that it changes rapidly. So we invite our students to come back, relearn this technology. That way they can stay relevant in their industries and stay employable. And speaking of being employable, we have a big focus on career development at Full Sail. We have each student complete 7 portfolio projects that they can then show off to potential employers. And they also complete 7 career modules in areas like interviewing, resume writing, and networking, just to name a few, so we can get our grads more ready, more prepared to get a job once they leave our school. Our graduates have done some cool things throughout the past couple of years. They worked on some of the summer's big blockbuster movies. I skipped through that slide a little too quickly on accident, but they worked on some of the big movies like the new Suicide Squad movie, Jungle Cruise, and Cruella. In the past year, we've had graduates that have been nominated and won Academy Awards, Grammy Awards, and also Game Awards. An awesome game that students worked on was The Last of Us 2, which ended up being Game of the Year last year. And if you're not so interested in awards, here are a few companies that our grads have worked at through the years. Obviously, some are big here, like HBO, Blizzard, Disney, Pixar. Some of our graduates have that dream. They want to work for a big company. Others want to work for a small company, an indie company. Others want to start their own company and be an entrepreneur. We've had graduates that have done all three of those options and everything in between. So the world is really your oyster when it comes to where you want to take your career path. On our campus, we have a lot of clubs and organizations. You can see just a few on the screen here. One that I would like to emphasize is our Armada esports team. This is our competitive esports league. We compete with other universities across the United States. And we have our own facility on campus called the Full Sail University Orlando Health Fortress. This currently is the largest esports arena on a college campus in the United States. So super excited about that. And our players compete in a lot of games right now, about 10, including Rainbow Six Siege, Super Smash Brothers, Overwatch, and Call of Duty. So if you're a gamer, you're pretty good at it, maybe you could try out and be part of the Armada. So how to get started? If Full Sail seems like a university that interests you, the first thing that you would do is reach out to our admissions department. Our admissions process is a little bit different also than maybe a traditional university, where we start out with your interview first. We want to make sure that we are a good fit for you and you're a good fit for us before you even fill out the application. So schedule that interview or just call and have a conversation with our admissions team. They're wonderful. They're super informative. They'll be able to give you all the information you need to know. They'll also tell you about our scholarships, which change often. We have merit-based scholarships, academic scholarships, program-specific scholarships. You can check them out on our website, on our scholarship guide. We have a lot of more information and resources on our website as well. So you can check that out. I'll put the link in the chat if I still have a moment when the presentation's over. And I already put in my email. Again, feel free to reach out to me anytime. It is elmiller@fullsail.com. I'm part of the outreach team and would love to answer any of your questions. So thank you all for being here tonight. Karis, thank you so much for facilitating. Hope everyone has a great evening.
All right, just a couple quick things before I let you all head out and go to your next presentation, which will be great. Let me just get to that. Thank you so much for joining us. When you close this window, you will see a quick 5-question survey. And so we would appreciate any feedback you could provide about your experience tonight. Like I said, check that schedule because there are so more sessions, still a lot more sessions happening tonight. And then finally, you'll be able to see this session's recording as well as all of the other recordings at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. Thank you so much and have a good night, y'all. All right, bye.